So the complete translations for One Piece chapter 1169 have arrived, and I'm going to explain this chapter to you properly. So let's start the chapter. The name of chapter 1169 is going to be I Have to Die Now. And do you guys know why the name of this chapter is I Have to Die Now? Because Harold has come under Imu's control. He has to die now. Otherwise Imu will take over everything. So let's see what happened next in the chapter. We are shown a scene from 14 years ago. And this is the same time when Shanks went to Gaban's house, or was talking to him. So Gaban tells Shanks about Roger's son, and Shanks is surprised to learn that Roger actually has a son. Gaban says, yes, when we met Garp for the last time he told me this thing. And here Gaban also tells Shanks that yes, that child did not fall into the Navy's grasp. Shanks says here, oh man, I have a little brother too, what a great thing this is. And here Gaban says, yes, just like Buggy, and you both were like children to us, so he is also your brother. Here Shanks says, if Captain Roger's blood is in some child, it's possible he might be the new king or pirate king of this generation. But here Gaban says, that title is not gained just because you are Roger's son. One has to earn that title. And here Gaban also says, those from whom you keep high expectations, that work doesn't end up happening. Here Shanks says, what you're saying is right, but things have become very interesting. The scene shifts to Orist's castle, where we are being given the news that Loki and Jarul have both arrived. We are shown the scene of the chamber, but a total mess has started there, because Harold killed one of his own soldiers. All the other soldiers are saying, Harold man, you were the one who said bring chains and tie me up. You killed the very person who brought the chains. And here Harold is now wondering why he did that. Harold is perhaps now understanding that his mind is going under the control of the bald witch Imu. And Harold is very troubled here. He is thinking maybe this is all the effect of those orders. Here Harold says that before the bald witch takes over his entire mind and destroys all his senses, he has to die. Otherwise, it will be very bad for Alba, because the people of Elbaf will follow whatever orders I give, and these won't be my orders at all. These will be Imu's orders. Here Harold is thinking about how he should die now. And here Harold shouts loudly to all his guards and tells them, quickly, before the bald witch takes control over me, finish me off, all of you. Here we are shown the same scene that was shown in chapter 1152. All the guards pierce Harold through with their weapons. Here it should appear to us that Harold should die. But here Loki and Jarl also arrive. They also see that Harold is suddenly regenerating, and after which he starts attacking the soldiers themselves. Harold is thinking here, now who will help me? And Loki and Jarl are not understanding anything about how Harold survived after so many attacks. The scene shifts to Gaban's house, where Shanks is now telling him that he is in a contract that works inside the Holy Land. And here Shanks also tells that all these contracts are made to stay under some great one. Now here, Imu, the bald witch, is that great one. So here Shanks tells that currently, our contract is quite small, meaning a cheap contract. But despite this contract, when we are inside their area, meaning when we are in the Holy Land, we cannot refuse their orders. These are the powers of it. Here Gaban says, this is a very dangerous power. Here Shanks tells us that if we want to talk about our own will, then we should be a bit far from the Holy Land. And here we are shown a very small flashback scene, where Harold and Shanks had met before, and Harold is saying to Shanks, I knew you are the red-haired pirate. So here Shanks tells Gaban that Harold feels that if he becomes a full God's Knight from the contract above this, meaning a complete one, then Elbaf will become a part of the world government. So here Gaban says, what is the problem in this? If he signs that contract. Here Shanks says that Harold will become immortal, he will get many powers too, but the problem will be that in return, he will have to follow all the orders that the Great One gives. And here the power of a Holy Knight is also that they can travel very long distances using a small pentagram abyss, but they cannot refuse even a single order. And Shanks says here, my fear is that if Harold joins as a full God's Knight, then he will become immortal and strong, but he will have to follow all the orders. And Shanks says these people are very greedy, so they will take wrong advantage of it. After which, suddenly, a very strong haki is seen coming from the direction of the castle, and here Shanks is saying, what kind of mess has happened now? Here the situation has become so bad that Loki himself has attacked Harold. And Loki is saying to Harold, old man, what are you doing? What kind of chaos are you making? And here Loki also says, old man, how are you still alive until now? I don't understand this. So many soldiers attacked you, and where are you getting these powers from? How have you become so ultimate? Here Loki is also shocked for a moment. What is happening? He is regenerating and attacking everyone. Here Jarul is also drawing his sword, and he is saying, Harold, come back to your senses, what are you trying to do? And here all the guards feel that whatever fight has happened inside is being done by Loki. Because Loki is the cursed prince, he has started killing Harold. So here all the guards are preparing, Everyone reach the palace where the king sits, so that we can fight Loki. Here he is saving all the guards, and all the guards are gonna fight him. There's no value in being good anymore. Here Jarul and Loki bring Harald under control with great difficulty and ask him, "Now tell us what happened. Why are you doing all this?" Here Harald says, "I have committed such a crime for which no punishment given will ever be enough, because he became a puppet of the world government and did all the dark deeds for the world government just to make Elbaf a member nation." So here Harald says to Loki, "Listen to me. Go and tell the truth to all the people of Elbaf how I killed the guards here, what wrong things I did with these people, so that they can also understand how far I had fallen just to go with the world government." Here Harald says, "Explain this thing throughout Elbaf how I tried to trust those people, and I came into this state. I was betrayed." Here Loki and others want to ask, "You were betrayed? But how?" But here Harald says, "They took advantage of the fact that I had to merge Elbaf with the world government, and they told me that I should make my own people, the Elbaf people, slaves for them, make them their soldiers, so that they can just win in fights. A very big betrayal has happened with me." Harald is telling them everything here. And Harald here even tells Jarl that Loki is the person whom we will have to feed that devil fruit, which is our legendary devil fruit. Now why? Harald says, "With the powers that have come inside me, I don't think anyone here can defeat me. Even Loki won't be able to defeat me. But yes, if he eats the devil fruit, then maybe he can defeat me." And Harald says, "Only this dream of mine that Elbaf joins the world government has declared and made me the worst king of all of Elbaf." So here Harald is in a lot of guilt. It is understood that just to go with the world government, he destroyed his whole country or his life. But the way he was moving forward, if the world government had been successful in that thing, Elbaf would have suffered a lot of loss. Here Harald shouts and tells Loki, "Look, listen to me. Kill me and go tell the people what all I did, how I was betrayed, and go become a hero in everyone's eyes because you need to become the king of Elbaf now." Here Harald says, "It doesn't matter to me what people think about me after you tell them, but the important thing is that Elbaf should stay safe. And if Elbaf is to be kept safe, then you will have to become the king." The vessel of Imusa. Here Loki says, "Old man, how far ahead are you thinking of going?" And here Harald tells Loki, "You are the only person who can fix everything now. Loki, I am trusting you. Go quickly, eat the devil fruit and come, and take care of Elbaf." Then after that, Harald suddenly attacks all the guards. Here he gives the order to the guards outside that, "Close the gate." Here they do exactly what the king says. They close the gate. But the guards inside have understood that he is no longer King Harald, what we were thinking. After which, a guard comes and attacks Harald's neck. He cuts his neck halfway. But here Emu is speaking from inside Harald, and he says that he has now become the vessel of the Great One. After which Harald's neck, which was cut, regenerates suddenly within minutes. And here after which Harald has started killing the guards again. He is saying that all the people here will die, because the truth of this place will not go out from here. So that's why Harald has set out to kill everyone, and Emu has always been doing this. Whoever tells his truth, he kills them. Here a guard says to everyone, "Run quickly because Harald has gone mad." Harald at this time is saying that I am going to hand over this country to Lord Emu. Jarul is making Loki run quickly, so that Loki can eat the devil fruit quickly, so that he can kill Harald and fix everything again. But here Loki is thinking, what has happened to his old man? How has he suddenly become someone with two personalities? Here Loki is also thinking that if he eats the devil fruit once, he won't even be able to swim. But here suddenly Harald, over whom Ymor has control, has arrived. He is saying that he won't let Loki eat the devil fruit. But here Loki says, "Hey, just now you told me to eat the devil fruit." Here Jarul says, "Harald, you are not supposed to eat the devil fruit at all, because if by mistake you ate the devil fruit, then the world itself would go into danger." Jarul is making Loki run quickly, telling him to go and eat the devil fruit. In the meantime, King Harald puts his sword directly into Jarul's head. Here Jarul's helmet has saved Jarul for now. Here Harald has also understood through some sense that he also has to eat the devil fruit and take Ragnir under his control. So he is after Loki. Here because Harald was going to attack Loki. In the meantime, Shanks and Gaiban have reached there and both of them have attacked Harald. Harald has fallen here. They are asking Jarul what happened to him. But Jarul says here, nothing happened to him. He is fine for now, but here he tells Gaiban and Shanks, just save Loki. Somehow he should be saved from Harald's clutches, meaning Harald should not be able to catch Loki, and everything will be completed on its own. And here Gaiban says, we will try our best, but don't worry, we won't let anything happen. And here Shanks is also trying to wake Harald up. He is repeatedly telling him, wake up quickly, see what you are doing. Here Harald tells Shanks, shall I tell you one thing? This immortality, it's not that bad. I am able to feel myself superior. And here Shanks is asking Harald, there must be some way that we can fix this thing. But here the scene shifts to Loki, who has finally reached the treasure room. He sees a box lying in front of him. He opens it. He says, "Okay, is this that devil fruit?" But in the meantime, Ragnar comes flying and suddenly attacks Loki. Now it is not known whether Ragnar came flying on his own or someone threw him there. But according to how it is being told, Ragnar came flying on his own. So here, does Ragnar have his own spirit? Does Ragnar choose his master on his own? Well, we will get to know this thing further. But here, from the attack he made on Loki, Loki barely survived. After that, this chapter has ended right here. There is a break next week anyway. Well, for now, let's end this video here. I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked the video, like it. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.